You know, some days ago, I felt anxiety coming up to the stage. But yesterday, something shifted. I started having so many messages from friends and community empowering me. And actually now I see my people here who came to support me. So actually, I really feel good now. I feel good because I want to share a message. I want to share the message of my method. So let's start, okay? Imagine running a business without having a business plan. That's how most of us run our lives. We examine and we plan our business, but not our lives. In the retreats I lead, I can see amazing people, leaders, professionals, parents. They all come to a crossroads. They ask, where should I go? How can I get there? But they skip the most important question of all. Who am I? If you don't know what you truly want, how you would know where you should go? Not what others believe or what others want from you. How you should know where you should go? It's like running a business without knowing what business you are in. I learned this the hard way. I started in the corporate world. Beautiful office, business class tickets, expensive shoes. Then I start my own company by choice. Single mom, I invest in a business model that didn't work. I was in a small warehouse with no windows, and I invest most of my money. I actually lost all of them. There was a point that I even felt I lost myself. Today I feel grateful because that breakdown was my turning point. I had to redefine exactly what success really meant. So I had to know, who was I? That was the moment that I started creating a step-by-step guide, the method, to help redefine my authentic self. So what I have done was I combined philosophy and spirituality into business models to find the very easy and practical tools for people to take their lives in their hands and just proceed with clarity and joy. This is the foundation of what I lead in the retreats and the work I share with people around the world. Today, my business is thriving. That's good, not as before. I cooperate, as Anna said, with amazing minds, with Esther Perel, building human connection, with my long-term teacher, Deepak Chopra, connecting spirituality and science into human experience. But even through all these great collaborations, and through the hundreds of people or retreats that I meet every single day, the same questions come to mind. The questions that first Socrates said walking in Athens 2,500 years ago. Who am I? But let's do something. I'm going to try to reply to this question. To give you an example, what does it mean to redefine that question? Who am I? At first I would say, I'm Niki Smirni. I'm Athenian. I'm author. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm mom. If I drop my surname, look how the answer changes. It becomes softer. I'm Niki. I'm a traveler. I love human connection. But even if I drop my first name, and if I come to silence, then the real essence comes. The words that comes in my mind are not roles, no labels, just essence. So I close my eyes in silence, and in the gap between thoughts, I listen. I'm care. I'm help. I'm love. And this is my purpose. This is exactly my purpose, to help people, to build a world full of authentic human smiles. That's what purpose is. You understand who you are in order to find your purpose. So that's what I did. And this is the first question of the method. But when you find who you are, because you peel away till your truth comes through, the next step is to find, here's our guy, where you should go. So you need to know exactly, as the sailor says, where you look, you go. So you need to understand where you go. And let me give you again an example. Recently, we have done a great project, ambitious. It was great success. Participants loved it. Leaders were inspired. Everything was top-notch. But something felt off. Something wasn't right. After the end of the project, we gathered with my team, and very bravely we said, we don't want to do this again next year. We don't want to do it. Why? Not because it failed, it didn't fail. But it wasn't aligned with our truth. It wasn't aligned with our values and our purpose, which is to build a world full of authentic human smiles. We didn't see real help to people. So we decide it's a no. And I feel proud for my team. I feel proud for myself for saying this. Because we are going to miss this money for next year. But we will not miss our souls. This is exactly what purpose is. It aligns who you are with what you do. So when companies and people find their purpose, the next step is to know how they can get there. So they need to find the strategy. What is the strategy to get there? So companies pay millions of money for their USP, their unique selling proposition. What makes them stand out? Do we do something like that as humans? Do we know what are our unique human qualities? Our UHQ? So our unique traits that make us make a difference in this world? We don't examine that. But it's crucial. It's very important to find our unique human qualities, our UHQ. Why? Because this is the only way to live authentically. It's a combination of your values and of your gifts. And when you know them well, you don't have to chase. You just need to choose, exactly as we did. Exactly as I told you 1 minute ago. And then life doesn't feel anymore like competition. It feels like real contribution. And apart from that, it's so much easier, guys. It's easier to live like that, to know yourself better, to embody it, and then just proceed with clarity and joy. What else do you need? Because your UHQ your unique human qualities actually mirror your personal strategy. This is what they do. They mirror your personal strategy. What else do you need for this personal strategy? Something that is a superpower. Something to supercharge you. And this is your ecosystem. Where you live, who you are with, and what drains you or what uplifts you. You need to recognize it. You need to recognize it in a way that it's very important. So let me do an exercise with you. Okay? So please close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Bring on your mind something that makes you feel alive. Associate this with a feeling. Keep that feeling for a moment. Open your eyes. I will count up to 3, and please shout out loud this great feeling that works for you. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Wow, so many, I love it. So you know what I mean. This is your inner motivators. These exact inner motivators that shows you that you are in the right path. So becoming who you are meant to be, it's not that you need to become different or someone better. You just need to find who you really are. So please refine these questions. Who am I? Where should I go? How can I get there? Do these questions again and again and again. Because this is the only way to find your happiness, which is unique, exactly as your DNA. And your life is yours. Your life is yours, and it's time to claim it. My dream is that we are not going to find this alone. We will be a community of conscious humans who will live with kindness, clarity, and purpose. So instead of closing with a thank you, I will refine it again. I will close like that. Let's figure it out together.